evening, my name is Alexia Narcisse. I am a senior here at USC and I'm hosting CU this semester on Monday nights. I'm so excited. This has been a fantastic experience for me for the past 2 years to be a part of this program. I absolutely love everyone that I work with here. A bit about me, I'm from the Bay Area and I have a Fox Red Lab who's a very cute puppy. My major is broadcasting and pre-law. I'm not sure if I already said that. I probably did, but yes. All right, my random facts. I lived in Brazil for quite some time. I love to eat. I'm a foodie actually, and I live through Yelp. So if you have any questions about restaurants, or if you're watching the show and you're thinking in your head, where should I go eat tonight? Go ahead and tweet me. I'm a part of a lot on campus. So I'm involved with our Alumni Society. I'm involved with Braça, the Brazilian Student Association. I'm involved with the Black Student Association. I'm very active on our campus and I'm always doing something. You can find me in Annenberg, you can find me in Marshall, you can find me in the Entrepreneurial Building. I'm basically everywhere. I love real world stories, learning about different types of people, learning about different events, and really getting a comprehensive understanding of different people's backgrounds. Yeah, that's about it.
Good evening and welcome to CU at USC. I'm your Monday night host, Alexia Narcisse, and we are here for our season premiere. I am here with USC wide receiver Daquan Hampton. Stay tuned.
You better not.
We are live here at CU at USC. I'm so glad that you guys have tuned in for another season. This is my final season with CU at USC, but fear not, next season will also be fantastic. We're not even going to think that far ahead. I'm hosting tonight, and I have a fantastic interview who happens to be a personal friend of mine as well. We are here with wide receiver Daquan Hampton. How are you, Daquan?
How you doing? I'm good.
It's good to see you. I will say one thing about Daquan, and he's always smiling. Wherever you see him on campus, wherever you see him on social media, this guy is like always just super positive.
Yeah.
Now I want to talk to you a bit about football because that's what people are tuning in for. That's what people know you for. Mm-hmm. You're a wide receiver, correct?
Right.
Okay, so for someone who, I'm going to pretend I know football, and I tend to pretend I know more than I do, but I really don't know that much. So tell me a bit about what your position entails.
So as a wide receiver, this is for people who don't know it, or yeah. So as a wide receiver, we're the guys who take the deep shots and receive the football. If the quarterback wants to throw it, we're the guys running to catch it, to gain more yardage instead of just a handoff as if a running back were to get the ball.
And here's a great photo of you. Is that you? I'd hope so.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
an old picture though.
Good. You're looking swole.
89.
Has your number changed?
Yep. 13.
So how does that system work? I have to ask because sometimes I see people who start with a number and switch to another one. Is there like seniority? Is there preference?
Usually how it goes for top recruited dudes out of high school, 5-star, anything like that, they're more likely to get the number they want. If not that, a lot of coaches will make you earn your number. So coming here, they gave me 89, so it took me a while to earn a number because I had to get down the playbook, show them that I know what I was doing. And then my senior year, they finally gave me the number I wanted. I wanted 13. I asked for it, and I surprisingly got it. And I was like, yes, get me out of the 89.
Okay. So there's like a little rank that's pulled. How do you know? Like, I'm wondering what shady stuff goes on behind the scenes. Like, are these coaches actually in the back like, I mean, I know he wants 12, but he didn't earn 12 yet. We can't give him 12.
I wouldn't say it's shady, but they probably go off of that and be like, no, I want him to really work harder for that number he really wants. We just don't want to give it to him. You know what I mean? Because actually it does, I ain't gonna lie, it does make you work harder. I want to get out that number so bad. I was busting my butt. Yeah. So when I finally got out that number and new number, it feels so much better. Like I'm in actual receiver number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah. it
Now,
felt
do
good.
you worry that your fans aren't going to recognize you? Like, they're going to be out there like, 89, that's my boy. And you're over here like, I'm 13 now. I earned that 13.
No, not really, because when you make the switch, if you got social media like IG or anything, what I do is I posted it on Instagram saying
Okay.
I'm making changes. I'm 13 now. So everybody that follow me on IG will know, and then it's kind of like, as you go to practice, or who's 13, oh, he switched his number. So that's
Everyone
how.
saw it on social media.
Yeah, so that's social media helps out a lot with it.
Okay, now I have to ask about social media because at a school like the University of Southern California, for those of you who don't know, there is a culture revolving around athletes and social media. And I know that there's been a discussion about having regulations from coaches, them watching over your social media and seeing what you guys post or telling you that you can or cannot post things. Does that actually happen?
I don't think so. I don't think the coaches really watch what you do. I mean, if a player really posts something wild and like crazy, then I'm sure that a coach will hear, yo, did you see such and such post that? Nah, let me see. They'll go look at it and be like, and then they'll address the player like, you need to take that off. That's not good. That's not a good look for this campus and for the school you're playing for. So you just need to, you know what I mean?
Get
So
rid
they
of
let
that.
them know, yeah.
Okay, so when you're flexing your social media, what is your theme? Because as women, we have like, I want mine to be colorful. I want it to look right. I want a few face pics, a few swim pics, kind of thing.
That's a good question.
I mean, your profile seems pretty swaggy. You've got to have some sort of like methodic way of doing it.
I mean, most of the time I make sure I'm like got my arms out or something.
Okay.
You know, flexing on them or something like that. Or I make sure I always got a smile in there. And yeah, just like show my face.
Is this one of your gram pics?
Yeah. I
Okay,
like
that made it up on the gram.
Yeah.
Now we've got to ask this. The gram, of course, I'm sure causes some controversy between females. A lot of young women come to a school like this and they find men like yourself on social media. And there's this glamorized sense of what the athlete is at a Big Ten or a Pac-12 school, right? Do you feel like when you're walking around campus, these girls kind of recognize you without even knowing you?
I don't know if they do or don't. I mean, because even without, I'm not trying to sound cocky or nothing, but I mean, I was blessed. My parents blessed me. I'm a handsome young man. I know that. You got to know these things, so I know that. So, I mean, they'll look at me, but I don't know if they know me or they just looking at me like, oh, that's a handsome guy. So,
Okay.
I don't know. I can't even really answer that question.
And do you feel like as an athlete on campus, you have an advantage in comparison to regular guys on campus when it comes to like the dating world?
Yeah, we do. I mean, just for the simple fact that we're on the USC football team, that has a lot to do with it. And then it's just, we're big. We stand out more than like regular students.
That's true.
So yeah, kind of got an advantage.
And how do you feel that's played out into your dating life? Do you feel like you have a bigger pool of women to choose from because you're a USC football player? Do you feel like if you came to SC and you didn't play football, you'd pull the same girls that you do?
It'll kind of be close because even
Close.
Yeah.
Where's the difference in there? Where's
SC ball player, regular student, because just being a ball player, that's just adds on. Cause like I said before, like I'm not no basic dude. You know what I mean? I have
You're
swag.
not a basic dude.
Yeah, I have swag. I just do things differently. I present myself differently. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So.
Do you feel that in dating, have you ever felt it was more difficult for you to find a genuine girl because there are so many, what it's called dictionary definition for those of you watching is a cleat chaser. So there's I guess you would call it an umbrella of young women that are known for chasing athletes, that just want an athlete so they can be jersey chaser, cleat chasers. You come across them every day, I'm sure.
Right.
What has that been like in terms of finding the right girl in differentiating between a good girl and a cleat chaser?
I mean, you could kind of, I could kind of like literally see what she want, like, or why she want me. But mainly I got standards for myself, you know, I kind of, you good, I don't want you, like, I'm cool, because that just leads to problems, just how coaches preach, like, be careful with these women. They will set you up, which is true. They come after football players, and if the football player dogs them and treats them bad, they will try to get revenge on them. So that I try not.
Have you had any instances or like experiences in which you kind of dealt with that?
No.
So you lucked up. You dodged bullets.
Yup. Luckily, I grew up with mostly females in my family, cousins and sisters, and they just put me on game, so I know not to do it.
Okay,
So,
that's good.
yeah, but just finding a girl. I mean, I kind of mostly being single most of the time because a lot of girls aren't used to being with an athlete because of how much time we put into the sport we play. You know what I mean? Like, so they'll just be, you're not spending a lot of time with me, this and that. I'm like, I'm tired. I've been grinding all week. Like, I give you time, I give you your days, but man, I gotta get some sleep. We go to the movies, I'm falling asleep in the movies. Like,
That's true.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard, and like even when I talk to in the past when I talk to females, I'll tell them I'm not looking for no relationship. I don't have time like that. You know, I'm also a guy. Guy got his needs, the girl got her needs. You know what I mean? So you just take care of that. But I don't be having much time like that. And a lot of girls, it's hard for some girls to understand that. It's hard to find the ones that do understand that.
So how do you find the ones that do understand that? Like, what is your weeding through process? What is the, like, for girls, what is the Daquan challenge they have to go through? You know what I mean? Like, what are you looking for? Not that this is The Bachelor or anything.
I mean, to weed them out, I don't know. It's just if they come around, like, because it's rare. Like, it's not easy to find girls who understand and who could really just rock with you like that. You know what I mean? So I can't even really answer that. It's just if it comes, and you'll know. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I do take them to the test. Like, okay, I'm gonna text her a couple of times this week and see how she act. If she tripping, you ain't gonna make it.
Okay.
Or I'll be like, I'm about to go into grind mode. It might be 2 months I don't see you. I don't know if you know how to handle that, but it is
2 months.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to question that.
It'll be a month or two. I'll just say something real long, just so they could be like,
just
wow.
to mess with their head.
Yeah, just to mess with their head. And I'll be
terrible.
like, I don't know if you know how to deal with that, but when I go into my grind mode,
Yeah.
I don't play around with no time.
You can't balance.
Huh?
You can't balance.
I could balance, but it's just saying, like, let me make it first, and then we could do all that. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So, like, me hanging out with you, woo-de-woo, and all that, it's
Woo-de-woo.
fun. It's fun and all that, but you not gonna help me make it. It's just me.
That's true.
So let me take care of my business. You take care of yours. I mean, we'll see each other once in a while, but
But
if
not
you can't
everything,
handle
yeah.
that, then there's no point for you to be with me because this is like my lifestyle. You know what I mean?
So in the words of Drake, I'm gonna have to quote him, "You wasn't with me shooting in the gym." So you're looking for someone to shoot with you at the gym, but not be at every practice.
Right.
Okay, great. We're going to continue this conversation after a quick break. For those of you ladies watching, I'm glad that segment hopefully fulfilled any thoughts you were wondering about Daquan. And next, we're going to talk about the Rose Bowl and other interesting topics. Stay tuned.
I don't know how to dance, man.
We are back live at CU at USC. I'm your Monday night host, Alexia and Narcisse. Today we've had a very, very exciting episode with wide receiver Daquan Hampton, and we're now coming back with Daquan. We're going to ask him a bit about the Rose Bowl. Daquan, for those of you who don't know, is a professional dancer. I mean, he is incredible. So hopefully Daquan will bust out some moves, or at least teach me how to have a little bit of rhythm. And yeah. How are you, Daquan? We're back. Oh, is this you busting a move? Were you hitting them folks? Is that what they call it?
Oh my God. Nah, that's called the Hotline Bling by Drake.
Oh, you're right.
I just hit something. I had to hit something. I couldn't just be basic.
Yeah, you couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had to.
Not in a moment like that.
Nah, in a moment.
So I've got to ask you this. The Rose Bowl was huge for this team because a lot of people just didn't predict the win. Like, you had a lot of people doubting you. And I think for you, you had a rough season. Not rough. I wouldn't say rough, but you worked. You worked and you grinded and you had to prove yourself. So what was that like, having that game and having that win and being able to come home and say, we did it?
I mean, it for real felt like a dream. I could say that. It didn't really hit me until I really kept thinking, man, we won the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl. Like, it didn't hit me how much the game meant, you know what I mean? But it was a lot. It was a lot of adversity. Oh, man, a lot of dudes was nervous. I know I was nervous because I give it to them. Penn State running back was cold.
Yeah.
He was nice. And he was a dude you had to worry about because, you know, if they hand him the ball, he's most likely going to get a good, nice yard amount. So.
And he did put in work.
Yeah, he put in work. So, and then, like, their receiver, too, he also did a good job. But he also got blessed by God on some plays. Like, you didn't expect to happen. Like, and then plus the reffing. Like, the refs really kind of was killing us bad.
It felt very one-sided.
Yeah, it did. It really did. But what I liked about it is how it flipped around towards the end. Like, they finally started calling the calls they should have been calling for the longest. So that felt good because when they got up 2 tubs, I'm like, okay, they're up 2 tubs. It's third quarter. I'm like, we got time. I'm like, I believe in my team. I'm like, I know we could come back, but I'm like, I don't know if we could come back because of these refs.
Yeah.
Like, they're not helping.
It's like the whole environment was up against you.
Right. So it's like, I'm like any time a ball or something will go in there, I'm thinking we're going to get flag PI, anything like that, because that's what they were doing. And I literally watched. I was standing right on sideline when defense was on the field. One of my boys, Marvell Tell, number 7, he plays safety. He was brushing the QB, and the lineman or whoever was blocking him was holding him dead.
Yes,
and I'm
straight.
like right here, the ref is right here, and I'm looking at the ref like, you gonna call that? And he didn't call it. So when he didn't call that, the quarterback scrambled and threw it to the receiver, and they got the 3rd down.
Wow.
So, like, things like that really kill us. And then that drive, they scored. And mind you, before that, we scored, and they was only up 1. So that drive put them up 2 touchdowns again. So I'm just like.
So you're sitting there sweating.
Yes. I'm like, I'm nervous,
like,
like. And then, you know, it all goes by the crowd. Penn State, it wasn't, we had more people than them, but their crowd was real loud.
Yeah, they were pretty
like,
rowdy.
They got some true fans. I mean, I'm saying we got true fans, but I ain't gonna lie, our fans is pretty bougie.
We are.
We know that. If we ain't going the way we want it, they ain't gonna be.
We're upset. People start leaving the
right,
stadium.
Like you look around, you saw almost all the Trojan fans sitting down. It's like, yo, we need some hype. We need some fuel. Like, help us out.
Yeah.
So once we.
Now, was that you in the middle of that huddle? Oh, it flipped. There we go.
Yeah. What game was that? I think that was Utah.
More than likely.
It probably was Utah game.
You look excited.
Oh yeah, I always be live.
I mean, yeah, that is the greatest word. There we go. You got it. Live.
Yeah.
That is your word. We're gonna call you Live Daquan.
Oh my God.
So for you, I noticed at the end of the Rose Bowl, you actually went and danced
Oh
with the Song Girls.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, tell me what was going through your head after that win, because you were live, as
well,
we
after
would call it.
Well, after the win, I mean, we was on the sideline. We were hooked up praying because our kicker went out there. And mind you,
It was tied up at that point.
It was tied up, and I'm like, I don't want overtime. I just want to win now. And mind you, he missed 2 kicks before that, so it kind of had me even more nervous. But I'm like, he got this. Like, it's his moment right now. So when he made it, boom, everybody jetted onto the field. Some of the players went to the Penn State to go do whatever they do. I ran to the right side with me and D-Raj, and we ran to our fans. I hopped in there. I was on, like, really turning up with the fans. I like our fans. Our fans are pretty live. Like, I ain't gonna stunt.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? So, and then after that, they rolled out the little stage. Man, I was everywhere. I didn't catch my breath until I got in the locker room. I was so hyped. Like,
now I've got to mention this. For those of you, I wish we had a graphic of this, and I know we don't. But for those of you who don't know, Daquan's family is super tight, and they were behind you 100%. I noticed, I was sitting in the players' friends and family section, and I saw your family had jackets on that said Quan in rhinestones across the back. I have to know 2 questions. A, where did they get them? But B, what is that like having such a cool family that's always there to support you?
Where they got them was the swap meet. I don't know if
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if most of y'all know what the swap meet is, because I know a couple of friends, they'd never heard of the swap meet. But the swap meet is where place you could go where you could get like some of the high price stuff for the low, or you could get real good deals. So you just, I guess my mom bought a sweatshirt and she got it made. Hey, I want 13 with my son's name on the back.
What?
And that probably only cost her like $50.
Stop.
Yeah.
This is the swap meet?
Swap meet. She
SWAT.
probably went to Delamo in Carson, because that's what.
You speak in code now. Delama Carson?
So Carson, so the city of Carson, and
okay.
then it's the swap meet called the Delamo swap meet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what days are they? Is this like a big market?
Yeah, it's like they have a couple. They got the Compton swap meet, the Delamo swap meet, Gardena
like
swap.
swapping things.
Yeah, it's SWAT meet.
SWAT, like the police force.
Yeah.
Okay, ironic.
So yeah, it's cool. I ain't been there in a minute. You get a lot of good stuff there if you know where to go. You know what I mean? Just ask your friend.
For the swap meet hookup.
For the swap meet hookup, you feel me? It'll hook you
Okay,
up real
so
good.
I'm gonna get myself a rhinestone jacket. It's not gonna say Hampton on the back, but it'll say Narcisse and have a number maybe. But I gotta ask you about your sisters, because I know you guys are super close. I'm sorry, you got cousins and everything.
Oh yeah, I got cousins and stuff
that
like,
are basically
we're
sisters.
super,
It seems
yeah,
like.
we're super close. So yeah.
So what are some things they've taught you? Because girls, we're always teaching young men in our family. Like, you can't go a second without us nailing into you some knowledge. So there we go, sips tea twice.
So what they taught me, I mean, they taught me a lot of stuff. They taught me how to.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's my squad right there. They're my mains right there. If y'all don't know what a main is a person you really mess with or always be around most of the time. If y'all didn't know. But yeah.
So what does a main do? What do these mains do for you? What do they teach you?
Them like if I have a problem with a female, they gonna go check her for me. Anything. Just got Quan back.
That's right.
You know
Quan
what I'm saying?
on the back.
But like, nah, we just been through like all the hard times together. That's why we're super close. You know what I mean? So, and my sister just growing up, they just tell me stuff like I need to know, like Quan, respect the woman, any of that. You know, I always just pay attention. I'm like, I really just, you know, I just lay back and just, you know, scan stuff, like really pay attention to details.
Yeah,
on
remain
stuff.
observant.
Yeah, so they help me on a lot of that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it kind of helps because I treat women right. So that's the good part about it. And they help me on some good parts for like when females like to wear them weaves, too much makeup. I could peep that with the quickness.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I'll be like, no.
See, if I would have known this earlier, we could have gone through a photo collage of women and you could have told us
Oh my God.
who's real and who's fake.
Man, I don't do all that fake. I like to run my hands through that hair.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
That's really quality stuff there.
Yeah.
Now, I've got to ask you, for the last couple of minutes, I'm not a dancer. I wish we could find a video of Daquan dancing.
I'm not a dancer neither.
But you are, Daquan. Listen,
I'm not. I just have fun with it. Act
any
a
sort
fool
of
with
public event that we attend, Daquan is the first person to bust a little left or right or
yeah, I
they
got
oh
you. Oh, yo.
Killing it, Daquan. Killing
Hey
it.
man, I can't explain that night. Y'all cold for that. Why y'all do that to me?
Daquan, do you think you can bust? Teach me some. Let's stand up real quick. I know you're sore. I know you had a day of practice. We're gonna stand up real quick, and I just need you to show us.
I'm cramping.
Show me something real basic. I'm gonna
Real
turn this way because
basic?
I don't look too hot from that. So show me something real simple. You could just look into this camera,
Oh, this one?
this one right ahead of
Okay.
us, and I'm just gonna have you just show me what's up.
Just hit a wave. Just start from here, hands wide, and you just curl your fingers to the hands, elbow, shoulder, shoulder.
Ooh,
just
can you
go
do a
with
full
it.
motion one real quick?
Yeah.
Wow!
When I'm cramping in my
Snap!
arm and stuff.
It's like a whole earthquake. All right, show me that one you do the little left to right move.
Little left to right.
Yeah, I can back this up. We can back this up a little bit. I know I would love for my production team to come in here, but don't worry, because I got the
cramping in
muscles
my
for this
arm.
one. All right,
What's all about?
I need you to show me the left to right thing.
The left to right just.
This is
I mean, it depends
Daquan's
what you
signature
want.
move.
I mean my signature, but it's just like, okay, I'm about to go in.
Okay, so let's say you're in the club and a little bit of music's going on. Boom, boom, boom.
Are you really beatboxing?
Boom, 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 boom.
You gotta stop. She really beatboxing.
That was so. That's it. That's the move right
Yeah.
there.
Just have
Right.
fun with it, act a fool with it. I mean, dancing just like it just express yourself. It's good energy, good vibes. So I just do it. I don't care how goofy I am with it.
Perfect.
I just have fun with it.
Thank you for coming on today, Daquan.
Yep.
We enjoyed your company.
All
Everyone
right.
stay tuned. We'll be back next week. See you, USC, your Monday night host, Alexia. Daquan Hampton, follow him on Twitter. Fight on.
Yeah.
You tore it up. You gave us
Yeah.
just a